What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Gakis, and today the Destiny 2 Renegades Developer Livestream is about to start. So in this video, you're going to get my live reaction to everything revealed. We should have an all-new Vidoc, an all-new launch trailer, more info on the crazy heat weapons, and so let's get started. All right, they're 5 seconds late. Oh, no.
You are supposed to protect the people, not rule them.
Cutscenes looking high quality as always.
The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
They just Death Star the Traveler?
I've been waiting so long for this. Dredge and hope.
That can't be good.
They've shown me a vision I can't shake. New Cabal, the Barrent Imperium, sprung up out of nowhere across the system.
I love the Cabal as like the Imperials. Totally makes sense.
And I'm putting together a crew to prove it. What do you say?
He's looking old, dude. Drifter's looking old. Drifter's looking about as old as I am after playing this franchise for 12 years.
Now the only law in Tharsis is the gun on your hip and the light in your hands. You'll do well here. I don't relish
ATSTs are looking crazy. Oh, fighting a break too. Dude, please bring them to heavy metal.
You crave justice. Why die for a criminal?
Why do you hate your own kind so much? It's time to take
I'm pretty sure all the lightsaber fighting was the cutscene. So I don't know if there's like you could actually lightsaber duel someone with another lightsaber. That was sick. All right, you got me there. All right, jetpacking. All right, this looks sick. All right, okay. As a Titan main, color me impressed. I like the jetpack. Okay, that looks sick. Taking down the ATST's Hoth style, Star Wars style.
You will fall.
I think this is the new dungeon, I want to say. Look, like judging from, I think that scene was in another trailer.
Left.
Drifter's got the thorn. Dude, I mean, it looks kind of cool. Man, the cutscenes are high quality, I will say. Cutscenes are high quality.
Hey everybody, further ado,
That's gonna be
let's
good.
watch a new Vidoc 2.
Vidoc already? Let's go.
Of a Renegade. Take it away.
This is Destiny with the Star Wars lens, like this really cool combination that hasn't been done before.
I can't wait to take the Praxic Blade to Mars.
Don't be a
Gold
ridiculous
colored
fan.
one?
Just stay cool.
Wait, we gotta
Or like
swallow it up
yellow, I
and
guess?
replace it. Oh yeah.
Dude, yeah, there it is again. Did I just not notice that before? Okay. That is a far way to fly with that jetpack.
in the first place.
I think that's the new social space.
Early on, we developed this North Star, authentically Destiny, unmistakably Star Wars. It has to be something that feels like a Destiny story. It can't feel like a one-off. This can't feel like a side quest, right? Like this has to be a continuation of the Fate Saga.
I had this vision. I knew it came from the Nine.
But with Star Wars beats and Star Wars visual.
Stop
this is
mechanic,
uncharted
alright.
territory for Lucasfilm Games, and that this is the first time
ATST
we're
looks like it
telling a
cooks.
story inspired by Star Wars within a different universe.
At the heart of like, I think every Guardian's identity is like this healthy,
Yeah, that's the big thing.
independent, rebellious
Is it too
streak.
Star Warsy?
We were excited to actually
Is it not Star Warsy
explore
enough? It's like,
that scoundrel fantasy.
is it still Destiny?
Bounty hunters, the
That's the
syndicates.
a lot of
going
people are
out
asking
and
that
doing
question, right?
jobs with a ragtag team. We took inspiration from Star Wars to
Is it
ensure
cringe
scale,
crossover slop? Or is it
visual
actually
language,
like
soundtrack and
really
cinematic
cool
storytelling
references?
in Renegades delivered on everything fans will have come to expect from the franchise?
The Praxic Blade collaboration stands out to me
because lightsabers are so iconic, it was absolutely critical to get that balance right.
The team at Lucasfilm Games was just so solutions focused. It wasn't, it has to be this way. It was a lot of back and forth, and
blocking
asking
into throwing
about,
into, like,
how would this work? Well, let's talk about it.
Remember,
All right.
it's a
so we need
kinetic
different energy source.
it's kinetic
Okay.
special.
What would that look like?
It's in your kinetic
It's all
slot,
about like what is best for the player.
which is crazy.
When we announced this collaboration,
Special
with the
weapon you
studio,
can block,
James
you can
may
throw.
or may not have been wearing
Crazy.
a fighter pilot helmet.
Yeah. Destiny and Star Wars shared that same beating heart. I was like, oh, this is gonna be special.
Vex playing poker? You never thought you'd see it, dude. That's a weird one.
We were given such a unique challenge. How can we achieve the aesthetic and the feel of Star Wars without losing the narrative threads that we've created so far for Destiny at the same time?
It wasn't until we found our footing with creating a foundation in Destiny that things started to click together.
I remember the first time that we went down to San Francisco. We had this really big meeting where it was the Destiny narrative folks on one side and the Star Wars narrative folks on the other side. We broke the ice by just asking, what's the bad version of this? We had a
called The
really
Edge of
good
Fate.
laugh over what that looked like. And through that, we
Got
kind
him.
of uncovered that this should be the aesthetic, the vibe of Star Wars with the truth to Destiny's narrative that we knew needed to be there too.
Sarlacc pit. I mean, reference to Sarlacc pit, reference to the ship near the Sarlacc pit. Like, it's all.
We begin
Yeah.
2 months after the Edge of Fate has happened. The world has moved and changed, and we're still trying to figure out what Binding the Nine means.
The Vanguard have redacted the prophecy of extinction.
They don't want the public to panic over this prophecy.
Dude,
The crux
does the
of our
Vanguard
story
tell
is
anyone
the
anything? I
Drifter
swear.
asking us to help him break Vanguard law for good reason to confront a new rising faction of Cabal called the Barrent Imperium. It's what drives Eris to help the Drifter out, as well as the player
You're
Guardian.
going behind the Vanguard's
When we were
back in like
thinking about what
50%
kinds
of the
characters
expansions,
should
I
be
swear.
in this release, we thought about the kinds of archetypes we see throughout Star Wars.
Yeah, and Drifter is an easy parallel. He and Han Solo share a cocky attitude, both former criminals.
In Star Wars, there's a plethora of sassy droids. We have our own version of that through Ghosts, and Blue is no exception.
Oh, look. Thanks for nothing.
Blue is a Drifter's ghost, and I think as soon as people hear her, they'll be delighted and incredibly surprised.
So,
Our voice cast is stacked. Dredgen Bale is portrayed by Alex Lee, who is amazing.
You are supposed to protect the people, not rule them.
And we also got Hollywood actual
That does sound
royalty
good. All
Danny
right.
Houston to play Premier Loom, the head of the Barrent Imperium. Being able to work with someone from that kind of IMDb page was such an honor, and I was completely normal the whole time.
Surrender to the Barrett Imperium.
Loom became this sweeping
That sounds
militaristic
like too.
figure that
All
I
right,
think
they're
is
doing
gonna
a
be
good job
really
with the voicing,
parallel
okay?
To Grand Moff Tarkin or other evil military leaders from the Empire.
So even though we're introducing new characters, we're still looking backwards at some of Destiny lore's most long-standing characters. Honor is another example of that. She's our Praxic warlock.
She's loosely meant to be a parallel to something like a Jedi in Star Wars. She was part of a Vanguard internal affairs group that would police Guardians on the usage of darkness.
Don't make me regret
she
abandoning
must be
my
pretty
post to
pissed
help
now,
you.
dude. I'm rocking darkness all the time.
Yeah, she has to grow up with the times a little bit because the world has changed and a whole lot
Dude.
of people are using darkness now. And she gets to
Everyone's
grow
using
and
darkness.
kind of ask herself, like, am I still adhering to my own values?
Bro, you
if
are out of
I
a job.
allow
You
myself
are
to be open to
unemployed.
These kinds of ideas.
Like,
Drifter belongs with us.
The Drifter left your cult long ago.
And
Yeah.
then there's Bale.
if your job was to prevent
Dredgen
Guardians
is
from
a
using
dark
darkness,
guardian
you
that
have failed
represents
massively.
absolute darkness.
Dredgen Bale doesn't like the fact that we're ruled by a city of immortals who can't step down and that weren't elected. He's got kind of a point, but his methods for addressing that point suck. He makes many bad choices. One of my favorite parts about a lot of villains in Star Wars is that they have just like the capability of making a right choice and then consistently do not make good choices.
Bale is trying to fill a hole in his life in all the wrong ways.
And he just can't, and he never will. But man, we're gonna hope that he does someday.
The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
Classic, like, Star Wars trope of, like, two villains, also. Like the Master and the Apprentice. Okay.
This has been an opportunity where you love Destiny, you love Star Wars, you want to do something with both, what are you going to put into it?
Oh my God, it was such a challenge at first, finding that sweet spot of how do we make something that can live in both worlds and not feel out of place in either, but also feel totally new and exciting. It wasn't always about where do we find the exact middle ground, 50-50 Star Wars and Destiny, because at that point, you're feeling almost a little derivative.
There's those moments along the way when we were like,
Oh, trash
this
compactor?
is just Star Wars. This is not the purpose of the collaboration. We want to have something kind of new that makes you think of both. I
The
remember
Mos
when we were
Eisley
trying to figure
Cantina
out what we're going
classic.
to do with our new Cabal.
We started in that place where it's just Cabal wearing a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until we injected more of that weird alien design of a lot of these armor sets. That was kind of what switched it over from this is too derivative to this is really working. I think it comes through in the visuals and every single map. There are little Easter eggs and little treats here and there that we hit around, and Lucasfilm Games has been awesome at collaborating with us and even putting some of their input onto our maps so we can really give the players something exciting.
The switch flipped in my head like,
It does look like they did
you
a
would
good
never
job
have
of
done
like,
this without
it's
this
Hoth, but it's
collaboration
also
was
like
the
not
Syndicates.
outrageously out of
We're
place in
going
Destiny.
places with the Vex and the Elixni and the Cabal that we really weren't going to go before.
Oh yeah, and trench coats.
And trench coats, yeah. We have Vex in trench coats that are playing cards. It's so awesome, and I don't think
I'm gonna
we
need
would
one of those
dare
trench
do
coats
that
now.
if we didn't have this opportunity.
No, and it was the perfect time in our universe to do it too. The Star Wars fans on the team just start coming out, telling their stories about what they're excited to build, and far be it from me to get in the way.
We make a lot of weapons in Destiny. How do you take a weapon in Destiny, which we have
Charge up,
literal, like, 4
ADS
digits of
charge.
guns, and
Understatement.
right? And make something that feels new, but also does justice.
I know it's just trailer.
for
That's a
Star
pretty big
Wars.
explosion
And
there.
Blaster was really obviously the choice.
Pretty
They're
big
roughly in
radius
2
there.
Groups. There's dynamic blasters,
Okay.
which are intended to be harder hitting, firing a ton.
This is a dynamic blaster.
Brute force.
They're the higher damaging ones,
And
is
then
what
we
they're
have
saying.
a number
They're saying.
of balance blasters.
Dynamic blasters and balance
You're
blasters.
shooting, and the heat is building up. You're going to have a venting opportunity where you can hit a perfect vent. It's like functionally a reload, so you can start shooting again much faster.
But okay, so built-in reload mechanic, built-in, essentially reload perk.
I gotta
That's
ask
just
though,
you're just gonna
what
get.
about those Cabal blasters? Are they accurate?
What difficulty are you playing on?
But like, that sounds pretty sick, right? Like free feeding frenzy
We
or
have swords
whatever,
in
like
Destiny,
free
but we don't
perk
have a
if you hit the
Praxic
perfect reload.
sword. We don't have
We do not.
a lightsaber approximate. It's an exotic primary weapon that's kinetic.
Not primate, it's
You can
special.
reflect a bunch of blasts,
At least I'm pretty sure.
kill enemies with it, and throw it out and get a ton of damage.
That just hit a lot of guys. Is that?
Having the sandbox
That
to be
just
able
hit
to
a lot of
exploit
enemies,
this
right?
new, like ability ecosystem with Renegade abilities.
Does it bounce like infinitely? As long as there's enemies nearby?
We've taken so much of this opportunity
Calling
and turned
in
it into what
that
we can
shield
like,
thingy?
grow.
Every
I
corner
think
of
those
the
like
game,
little
from the art,
flick things are like
design,
the
audio,
abilities you call
music,
in
UI
for
the rewards,
the
completely infused with the magic of the collaboration.
activities.
It's really been a real treat to be a part of.
Yeah, super satisfying.
music section.
Good morning, everybody. Didn't mean to wake you up with that beat, sorry.
The overarching theme for this was to create a score for this release that felt like it was cohesive as a whole.
I mean, not gonna lie, like if they went out,
we're all talking to each
Actually,
other and collaborating with each other.
like went out to go and get
we were
a
able to
proper.
explore different ways of orchestrating,
You have like opera singers, you have
different
like
ways of writing with the
classical music
orchestra
players
that
making
expand on the
like
Destiny
just like
palette
Star Wars, like
and make it.
if they're
fresh
going
and
this
new.
hard with the music, That's kind of
when
a
I look
good
at the Star
sign.
Wars scores, there were certain elements that naturally fit.
Now,
String flourishes
again, people are
or
going to be
wood
like, oh, who
flourishes
cares
that
about the music?
play
Fix the
into a
portal or
certain
whatever, which is
moment.
like fair, but like
When it's like,
it kind of just shows, all right, we're taking it seriously. We're going all out. Like we're having a Star Wars style soundtrack.
I'll push
Yeah,
it more
like
in that
he's
world.
mentioned, like trying to.
Another thing too.
Obviously, you're not going to be John
amount
Williams,
of
but like
percussion. I had some ideas.
inspired
felt
by that
more
same
full-on
Star Wars soundtrack
once you
themes
like
and
flesh out the
feels.
percussion arrangement, it instantly sounds more Destiny as a result.
For me, a lot of it was about framing, where when I use a lot of the Destiny themes, how I set them up and how I'm transitioning in and out of moments are much more Star Warsy in terms of the harmony and orchestration.
I think the most exciting part about this was the opportunity to work with these guys and Mike.
Now, Destiny's music has actually slapped for a while.
Definitely made it a point.
There's
to
a lot of
kind
good,
bring us together.
really
and
good,
listen
like kind of soundtracks.
to each other's music.
But Brendan, you wrote something with the most beautiful oboe solo in it, and it drives me nuts that I didn't think of it first.
No one wanted to follow Brendan.
Look out for the
That's what it came
oboe
down
solo,
to.
guys.
Brendan's cues just sound amazing from the start.
I remember knowing your first high action cue. Everyone was like, "Whoa!"
That's pretty.
It's
That's pretty good.
really
All right, you got
fast,
me. All right.
Really intense.
That sounds great. That does sound like
Josh
Star
kept on,
Wars.
like,
If you would have told me that's exactly like ripped from Star Wars, I'd have been like, yeah,
Humans have
100%.
to play this.
Welcome back. Got my emblems. Got your emblems. Hell yeah, guys.
Destiny has like so many themes, and that's like a great vehicle for doing the Star Wars spin.
Our first meeting was discussing that main theme, and I remember hearing it for the first time.
Again, did you tell me that's from exactly from Star Wars? I'd be like, yeah, dude, 100%.
When we all heard it, we're all having ideas that were just a little bit different from one another. It was all sort of impacted what the final version of the theme was.
Dude, I will say that they're spending more time on the music in this. The music sounds great, but they're spending more time on the music than they are on the darn blasters. Like, come on.
And the
All
fact
right,
that
guys.
we were exploring the idea of this kind of anti-Guardian character set in this story of scoundrels. We wanted something that would be a backbone to tell a longer arc story. It has a layer of ominousness to it. It has a layer of mystery to it, but it can be turned other ways.
I felt a sense of menace.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get to experience it with players.
Just really hope that, personally, I've written something that they can really connect with and love. And
it just
if I can
reconnected
cause
me
a
to the
couple of
chat room for me
goosebumps in
weirdly,
there, I'll
but
take
whatever.
that as a bonus too.
I hope players get taken on a journey that inspires them and makes them feel like this world is really unique and really special.
My favorite feeling as a creator is getting to watch someone's look of like absolute surprise.
We'll see. I hope so.
I want players to feel hope, that exciting, boundless potential. that
The
Destiny
Mandalorian
has,
disintegration
and
rifle.
the possibility that Star Wars unlocks.
As a new heavy, apparently, that's gonna be kind of sick.
I've been waiting so long for this.
All right. There's the new Vidoc.
I'm Tom, the creative lead for Renegades, and I've been at Bungie for like, I don't know, I can't even remember, like 13, 14 years. Worked on Destiny 1, Destiny 2. The highlights were probably like Dreaming City,
Our
Season of the
base!
Slicer, 30th and Into the Light were the most recent things I
Based!
worked on leading in this, but this has been an absolute
Yo,
blast to work on.
they got the
thanks for
Dreaming
joining
City
us
into
today.
the Light guy to work.
And last but not least, our grid skipper.
That's gotta be
aficionado,
good.
Taylor Bjorndal, how you doing?
That's a good sign.
So what we're seeing on screen right now, we're launching into our Lawless Frontier activity. Tom, I would love to put the spotlight on you. Let's give a quick description. What is the Lawless Frontier?
So the Lawless Frontier is our core game mode in Renegades. You're going to play through some of the campaign, but it's really what comprises our endgame. And the idea is that you're
Comprise the
a renegade,
endgame, okay.
You're taking on these shady jobs like bounty hunting, smuggling, and sabotage from our syndicates, and you're doing so to
There's a lot.
increase your
Servers
notoriety, your
ripped out
power,
already.
and your riches, you know, and of course to get some sweet loot.
Yeah, and when you talk about bounty hunting, sabotaging, that kind of stuff, those are different types of this activity, right?
Yeah, their bounty hunting is all about taking out a key syndicate boss. Sabotage is about blowing the heck out of everything with your renegade abilities. You know, dropping airstrikes on
Little flip
Cabal
there, you notice that?
vehicles, and smuggling is about
Little
grabbing
melee
it as
combo there.
tied down.
Yep. In true fashion, when you're going into a dangerous spot, you got to just grab whatever you can
There's
find.
some light. Was that
So
maybe
today
like
we're gonna be
the? Is
focusing
there
on
like
the
a
bounty
heavy
hunt, and
melee
I believe you
attack
said
that he
this is
just
kinda
pulled?
like a quintessential Destiny vibe of an activity.
Throwing it.
Yeah, it's probably the closest to a
Or is it
traditional
just like that
Destiny
auto
activity, but
triggers after a
you're
certain
gonna
amount of
start
attacks?
in the ready room, which
I
is
don't know.
kind of a unique experience, and you're going to be able to pick your renegade abilities in there from your little.
Again, they're also
shape
so
buddy
this
that's
is
in there.
it says
You'll hop aboard Hawk, and you'll drop
Hellas
down
Fortune
to
Mars
the
bounty hunt.
destination.
So
You
they're
can see
doing
we're
a
already
bounty hunt
in,
right now,
on one of
which
the
is like
Mars maps that we have. There are all
Yeah.
these jobs take place across Mars, Venus, and Europa, and there's 2 maps on each destination.
Two
This is
maps on
Hellas
each
Fortitude,
destination, okay.
And right now we're doing a
6
bounty
maps
hunt,
total.
and we're working to draw out the intel officers to track down where.
This
our
is the new.
target
Yeah,
is.
this is the new heavy.
After this, there'll
single
be,
shot heavy sniper.
resurgence of the security forces of that target. They'll have a classic boss fight, but with
He's got a
bunch of
weapon
wrinkles thrown in
lockbox.
for gameplay
Oh.
here.
Yeah, so Renegade Abilities is a
Dude,
new
this is
ability
the-
system we have in Renegades.
This is not a sweet
is we have
business,
a
it's
brand new
ARC.
button for you to press.
It's
gonna
in the
be
heavy slot,
R3
I think.
on
Yeah,
the
no, it's in the
controller,
heavy
then
slot.
Z on the keyboard. And that's going to kind of switch you into a different mode that gives you new abilities for your.
Okay, so yeah,
grenade
these are
and your,
renegade abilities. Just called one down. I don't know what
that
this
sends
is.
out one of these tokens. We have here on
Ally?
the screen,
You
you can see we
just
have
called
one
in-
called
or
Revitalize
what did you
that
just call in?
heals you and
Or
provides you with ability.
was that like an
energy. And then
airstrike?
we have the other one,
Maybe it
which
took
is
a while
the
to come in.
deflector shield, which is this zone I can sit inside and shoot out of, and it blocks all the incoming damage.
Oh.
It's also going to, for my allies who are inside the shield, it will amplify them and then jolt any enemies who pass through it. And all
That
of
sounds
these have
extremely
7
good.
levels of upgrades. So when you first start, they will have certain functionality and certain strength, and as you upgrade them, they're going to get better and better. And they really
So these
change
renegade
the-
abilities, the
gameplay, right?
you have to
they're
like
kind of
continually
these
upgrade
pocket
as you play the
supers
game.
almost,
They're not
that
just going to be like
as a
you unlock them.
hunter,
Period.
I'm able to. In this mode, we have non-regenerating health. So things like that revitalize.
Non-regenerating health,
ability
so
are really
kind of
gonna
like the
come in
Nether.
handy to be like-
Because we had this in some previous activities like Nether, and we got a ton of great feedback.
I said
on,
that.
like, how much you get back, how you get it back, and I've seen already in this activity, as you're going through, there are some pots, there's some ways that you can get it. There are the Renegades abilities, but Tom, if you want to talk a little bit more about it.
If you're familiar with a Cabal drop pod, it is this giant metal ball that slams into the ground. And in this case, it is almost like a supply drop because it's full of ammo. And it's also going to squish anything under it. And it does incredible damage. Not only that, but it will damage you and your teammates. So you got to be really careful.
It will delete them.
Yeah, just delete them. You got to be
So
careful where you drop this.
Offensive.
So you can call in Cabal drop
You
pods
can turn it
on
around
enemies.
on them.
Yeah. So
That's
Guillermo,
crazy.
We've had you kind of sitting quiet over there. I'd love to talk about the
So yeah,
blasters. that
airstrikes, you're calling in
our players have been
AT-STs,
using.
they
So
mentioned
in
the
Vidoc,
walkers,
we were talking about
Vex
the balanced
shields,
blaster and the dynamic blaster.
like,
Can you break down each just
a lot of
quick
renegade
review
abilities,
of
and
each,
all of them,
then we can
from
talk
what
through
they
some
said,
of the reload
upgradable.
mechanics?
Yep, sure. So yeah, we have 2 sets of blasters,
Okay.
or 2 different kinds of blasters.
Oh, yeah, the blasters. Here we go, here we
dynamics
go.
Are like more aggressive, harder hitting, faster rate of fire. They can like generally punch above their weight class, but they're like a little bit harder to manage heat on. The balanced blasters is more like a rain of bullets. Like I'm just gonna unload on a big pack of stuff and like really have like a deep mag.
Cool. And what you can see on screen right here, these are going to be all the blasters that you can get from running our Lawless Frontier activity, and then we'll actually have a slate of blasters that you can earn through the dungeon, which we'll talk a little bit about
Okay, so
later.
these are the
But
that's
yeah,
the
when
one they
when
showed
it came
previously.
to really balancing blasters and bringing them
So
into
this is
Destiny
from
as a new
Destination, I
kind
think.
of weapon type. I would love to hear what
I
were the
think.
challenges, what was
'Cause
some
they
of the
showed
fun
this
in developing
previously.
those things with the team.
Absolutely, yeah. So like one of the things that was in the Vidoc was kind of finding the balance of like how much Star Wars versus how much Destiny we wanted on these things, and it was a collaborative effort with basically everybody on the team. These were Mercule's project for most of this release. but it was like
By
a
the way,
big
we can
effort
actually
on
see the
sign,
symbol
test,
for the
animation,
lightsaber in the corner
audio
here.
to really sell the
And what we can
experience
see
of using these and to
is
make
that
them
it's
look and feel
actually
like what
kinetic. It
people
does not have an
expect from
element. A
both
lot of
the
people
Destiny
thought it
gun
would change
and the Star
element
Wars blaster.
on the color.
Yeah, I mean, since
if
we're
you had a
on
blue
the
lightsaber, it'd be
topic
arc, right?
of loot and
That
gear,
seems to not be the
Our
case.
Guardian right now is using the new Praxic blade and also getting smashed by a Cabal drop pod. But I'd love to.
That was me,
to
I
hear
would've died
about
there for
the
sure.
customization that y'all developed for this, and this can be Tom and Bjorn talk to it. Yeah.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so you're going to
This
get
guy's getting
Praxic
cooked.
blade by
He
collaborating
called in
with
some sort of
Lenore
ability.
throughout the campaign. She's going to like
Looks like an
deem you
airstrike,
worthy
called an
of
airstrike?
Earning it. You'll go on a cool
Took
little
a
quest
little
that I
bit
don't wanna
to,
spoil
to
earn one
get
for
in.
yourself. And then post-campaign,
To drop.
you're going to unlock the ability to customize it. You're going to be able to change out your dark matter crystals and change the color of the blade to match your personality. And you're going to be able to change a bunch of different mods and gameplay elements, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
talking about
there's
lightsaber.
a whole bunch of different things you can kind of swap to
Here we
fit
go.
your playstyle on this, where we have forms, cores, mods, and 4 different catalysts on it. And the forms kind of change
Forms,
like
cores,
how
mods,
you
4
can
different
get ammo
catalysts.
back and give you some damage bonuses based off of different gameplay styles. And the cores let you apply subclass verbs to a different part of what the weapon does, depending on something that matches your subclass. So like, you can add sever to like the saber throw, or something else like weaken or jolting.
Yeah, it creates these really cool.
You could add
combos
weaken
where
or
I am
jolting to your
strike,
lightsaber?
throwing to debuff enemies and then getting it back and striking again.
Yeah, and during a couple of our trial runs with this, you were talking about there are some animations and different combos in your melee structure, right?
Yeah. So there's like a
Oh, they're talking about the
3 or 4 hit
combo.
combo you can do where you will end it with like a big spinny move.
That's what
like
you're talking
very
about, that's the melee
thematic.
combo.
Almost
We
calling
pointed out
out
earlier.
The Arc Staff has like the little hidden combo there.
Awesome.
I did want to call out, we also saw the Renegade ability, the turret that we have. It is the
So wow, the
compact
lightsaber
mortar,
sounds
and
like
it is like the strongest turret we've ever built.
insanely
Like, it
broken.
is-
If you're
it has
jolting
crazy
on
range, crazy
throw,
damage,
if you're
and is a
weakening
really nice,
with a
you know,
melee weapon,
I'm gonna
auto
throw this thing
weaken,
out to
like
manage
what?
This part of the map. Yeah, while I deal with other stuff.
Perfect.
Wow.
And, so as we're coming to the end of this activity, I'd love to.
There's
just
the
know
combo. It's
kind
like
of
that
some of the
spinning
narrative pressing.
combo.
So you can take anything you earn through engaging in these jobs and completing these priority contracts they offer. You can go back to the social space. You can. They each have their own reward track, like the Pikers, the Tharsis Reformation. They
separate
offer,
reward tracks for
weapons
each
to
of the
unlock,
factions.
New abilities, upgrades for those abilities.
Faction Wars is back, baby.
Some elements or mods for the Praxic blade, and a whole bunch of other things like some shaders too. So you can kind of like rep your favorite syndicate.
Now it looks like you got to fight your way out.
Yeah.
So they're extracting.
Every job in the Lawless Frontier, in this case bounty hunt, like it escalates
Right.
over time. So it gets harder the longer you're there. So there's real pressure to get in, do your objective, and get out. Just so like right now we're in the exfil. This is the final moments of the activity.
Exfil, so they actually
send a
are, like,
flare, you call your
just
ship in,
extracting.
The Cabal are pouring down on you here. You're throwing out your Renegade abilities. And you're just trying to survive until your ship gets there.
I believe we have a preview that we can share. But Bjorndal, if you could give
Oh,
a
I
quick
see them
overview
extract.
of our exotic machine gun.
Yeah, so this is the Service of Luzaku. It's a very unique machine gun. It's almost like a necromancer, broodweaver theme where you
Well, this looks sick.
turn
This is the
your
new
enemies
Seasons
into little
Pass weapon, they
nests of
said.
threadlings that you can like shoot and then spawn more and like build it up to control like a space.
If you haven't seen that article we put out yesterday, please check it out. There's a lot of great buffs. We've shown hunters a lot of love.
I did a full video breaking down all the buffs.
Yeah, we saw
Well, there's
some
the
feedback with
extraction.
The exotic tuning article.
What the
Hunters were like, wait, I want to see more. Which in the future.
Yo,
we
he's
will
shooting
definitely
a
have
turret.
more, but,
Oh yeah,
in
I
the
would love
abilities
to talk
preview.
about the future, but we can't.
He's shooting a turret from the
there's a lot of
ship.
exciting hunter stuff that we.
That's
are
kind of.
working on.
So with the abilities
Yeah, but
updates for
those have
hunters,
turrets?
Golden Gun got a pass?
Yeah, Sentinel Shield. We're excited about this one. So Sentinel Shield
Tier
is
3s,
getting a
man.
shift
Oh, there's
a
one
little
tier
bit,
5.
but
Dark
the
Matter
rework rate.
Ingot.
Yeah, but
is like a
rework,
new currency I'm seeing
the
here.
usage rates weren't great, and we
Tier
want
4s,
to
tier
provide
3s.
something that this era of Destiny is like fun first. You know?
Yeah.
We want.
I like
we want
that.
players to have a great time and feel overpowered.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
People
I honestly can't
want.
wait.
People have been asking for that, dude.
So we finished our activity, our first run of the Lawless Frontier. Now we're gonna go into another. And Tom, you had mentioned invasions earlier in the stream, and this is going to be our opportunity to show a little bit of that, flavor.
So
Invasions,
Invasion,
dude.
like you might be familiar with Gambit. This is kind of like a new take on that kind of.
Don't mention Gambit, dude.
In Renegades. And
Why would you bring that up?
Players that kind of take on the role of a bounty hunter working for the syndicates, tracking down these renegades that are
New
messing
portal?
up their operations, taking out their commanders, stealing their stuff.
Okay, this is the Lost
and so
Frontier,
you
like,
get to be kind of
destination
playing the other
map,
side. You
basically?
get to play on the opposition. So you're allied with all of the enemy combatants on the field.
All
You
these
can kind of
different
wade
things.
in amongst them. And
That one
pick and
planet is
choose the
contested
strategic moment
territory.
where you wanna kinda, like,
Complete priority
lash out these
contacts.
players and, like, steal their
Contracts.
bounty.
Yeah.
And
So how do you launch into this?
so here's the holo map, just for everybody. This is kind of a standard interface for the
Invasion,
Lawless
yeah.
Frontier. It's got this is how you access the social
Solo
space,
only.
all of our jobs.
Death mark
And
required.
then in the
This is
endgame,
probably
we
a new
unlock,
currency you need.
the yellow node, which is invasion, and the red node, which is the contested territory. Every day, the syndicates are fighting over one of the maps on each of the planets, and you can kind of, as a defender, kind of throw in your pledge to the side you want to fight for. But these are also invadable nodes.
So it's like
so
who you
one thing I
aligned
wanna
with, that's
highlight
who
is
you're
that
gonna like
invasion
matchmake
is
for.
Opt-in. It's not a requirement. So if players don't want to deal with PvP, they can do like an expert difficulty for this, or they can just go to any of these other nodes on the map here. that
So
aren't invadable.
invasion is
But
only for the
priority,
contested
the
territory.
contested node. on
If
the
you don't
highest
want to get
difficulties,
invaded, you could just
like, that's where the
not
highest
play
rewards are.
contested
That's where
territory.
the invasion is. Now,
Interesting.
on the other side, if you're an invader, you don't need to worry about the nodes. You can just go to the invasion node. You need to have some death marks, which are a currency you earn by playing by just playing Lawless Frontier. You'll just accumulate them. And one interesting wrinkle here is you can actually wager those for additional rewards. So if we go to the little pane here on the side, there's these things. There's the death marks. You can interact with them two or three times to double and triple your rewards. Which obviously you're taking on some risk here. If you go do an invasion and it doesn't go
That's
your
actually
way,
kind of crazy.
You could lose those tokens, but I think a lot of players are going to want to do this because they can just get.
I would
triple
assume like
rewards
it's
on each
harder to
invasion,
get
which
death
is
marks,
really
so you're
exciting. And on the other
wagering
side,
them
for
to
people
like
being invaded,
triple your rewards, but if you
take
fail,
the invader down, you're going to get more time on
you're
the clock.
done
You're going
for.
to get some revives back, and every time you kill an invader, they have the chance to drop extractables, which are rewards you can dunk at the end of the activity to get bonus armor, weapons. Be a little more.
So you
brute
get
force
Renegade's
and drop
abilities
a
while
behemoth
you're
and,
invading.
Kind of like, but try to be sneaky about it, and that's pretty hard to be sneaky. And
Bro, you're just dropping an AT-ST? Oh my gosh, is it really buffering? Is my internet cooked? Can you guys still hear me? Is it me? Oh, everyone in the chat is spamming F. No way. It crashed for everyone. The stream crashed for everyone. Yeah, someone invaded the stream. YouTube is still going. This is right where it crashed.
Be a little more brute force and drop a behemoth and like kind of like, but try
So,
to be sneaky about
I
it. and
assume
that's pretty hard
behemoth
to be
is
sneaky in
the
a giant,
AT-ST. So
Walker, but you
I
wanna
can
really pick those
invade and
moments
drop an
as an invader, 'cause
AT-ST.
Your goal
Like
here
what?
is to get 6 kills or 3 kills and 3 crests. Like you've got 6 points you need to get.
Crests,
You've got
so
about 5 minutes to
enemies
do it.
drop
You've got
crests.
3 lives. You've got just enough time to really kind of like get in there, see where they are, kind of like rotate around.
So this is
and
not.
then, you know,
This is the
do a
team
surgical
being
strike,
invaded, so they're
and
just
then
trying
try
to
get
play
all
the
in
game
one
normally.
go. And if you're
They're just trying to
lucky,
do.
you
They're
can
just trying to do
that,
the
but you've
objectives
got
or whatever.
chances for only once.
One invasion per game, so you're not going to be like
One
spammed
of the
invaded
fun
300
dynamics
times.
here, too, is playing the waiting game. You can
Thank
instill
God.
a little bit of anxiety in that team you're invading.
Yeah, when you're.
Oh, here's the invader.
Happen, like for the invader, where they can kind of wear people down if they're not paying attention.
We have our invader in their ready room. Let's talk about their shank
So you can
buddy
put
here.
on
Yeah, here's a
stuff.
little shank buddy. You want to speak to any of these abilities there?
Yeah, so we have 9 Renegade abilities here. Huge shout out to Cat Sayers and the rest of the tech design team for all their work on these.
Dude, just call in a strafing
it
run.
looks like right
Call in
now
a
we
Cabal
got Nick
drop
picking
pod
the
on the
Imperium
enemy.
Behemoth and on the drop
Dude,
pod.
what
But
the
there's
heck?
There's a variety of ones.
What?
to choose
You're
from.
just
We got
gonna call in
multiple-
ATST
we have
every
3
time you
different
invade. Why wouldn't
vehicles,
you?
and each of those vehicles have different upgrades.
A
with
blinding
different
shield?
functionality.
Dude.
Yeah, and the behemoth
All
has
that looks
like
insane.
3 or 4 versions of it too.
Yeah, there's like missiles and the audio and everything. is-
Supercharged?
Okay, so our invader has started.
Okay, well,
it
this
looks
guy
like
is absolutely
moving
being an
toward our
absolute
targets
freaking.
and preparing.
Where is he?
for
What's he
that
calling it?
point.
Call
So
it.
You can see there they clicked that right stick, and that is going to.
What is that?
Ready the ability. They then throw the ability and just drop.
An ammo resupply? This guy is a jerk, dude. I hate this guy. I don't know about
Tom,
this.
before we were hopping in here before the stream, we were talking about
Call
like,
in a heavy,
and how as
so like
an
whatever
invader,
heavy
like,
you
the first
want,
few
dude.
runs, you might feel maybe
Oh,
a little
boy.
lost because there's a lot of space to cover.
Okay, so
but
here's
as
the
you get
team
more
fighting.
acquainted with Europa or Venus or Mars, you can find better paths to get directly to the combat, right?
Yeah, these are
Okay,
some of
well,
our bigger
just-
maps we built. They're more comparable to like our larger public spaces that we built in Destiny. And again, there's 6 of them.
Okay, so they're calling in the
like,
Vex
you know, there's
shield
any
to
number
like
of
fight him
arenas these
away.
PvE players can be in that you're going to be.
Oh!
So our invader
Get
just
nuked,
went
idiot.
out with the Thunder Crash and tried to hide and throw out the.
So he's
the
got
beacon
2
for
points
the,
out of 6.
For the
1 kill, 1
the
crest.
walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it says invader present on their screen.
A cap. Is
Oh,
it
he's
double
sneaking.
The amount of rewards, or do you have?
It goes up to triple. So
Is he
each
calling
additional
another
depth mark you
behemoth,
put
dude?
down Is will double or triple it.
Here we go.
How many of these do you get, dude? Uh-oh.
We're already taking a lot of damage.
And the
I don't know about like.
I don't know if he's gonna do it.
Oh wait, they just shit on that behemoth.
Did they get him? Who got who?
Never mind, dude. You can get as many of. Never mind. I'm wrong. You can get as many of those as you want. Dude, that guy just nuked that behemoth.
Folks, it's just like,
I think with Golden Gun.
Deleted.
Yeah.
Buffed Golden Gun, yeah.
Going back to rewards, the better you do as an invader, the more rewards you're gonna get. So each kill.
This is gonna look
each crest you
annoying.
put
You
on
don't,
the
but it's
scoreboard
optional, right? You can just do any other node than contested. This is like, do you want to do contested? I think you get better loot, but you might get invaded once. There's only one evasion.
3 lives, and then you can see up at the top of the screen it says invader present still. So they're
Oh, he's
So-
coming back for revenge. And it's immediately shut down.
So they just hit on him. It's done. They killed the invader 3 times. It's like you have 3 lives, you're done. He's out.
with the 3 coin wager too, or the 3 depth mark wager.
He made a little bit.
So yeah, wow.
So that's the. I'm gonna put a little elbow in the ribs. The gambit you're taking. Ha 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 ha. So all right.
Okay, DMG,
We've gone
come on,
through
dude.
some renegades. We'll have
New
an
stuff in the
armor
portal.
refresh for a bunch of our activities. And Bjorn, I'm going to put the
Will the
spotlight
old
on
stuff
you.
still be available? That's
so
huge.
Starting with
That's
our
what I don't want to
Vanguard
know.
Ops sort of armor set. This is going to be earned through solo ops, fire team ops, and our new arena ops activity, which is bringing back 6-player activities to our portal, which is really exciting.
All right, new node, arena ops,
It's going to be kind
6-player
of like
stuff.
your militaristic. Hey, I'm a grunt. I'm getting in there. I'm fighting the dark forces. The weapons, Bjorn,
Right.
up front, we have a new pulse rifle. What do we got?
Yeah, it's a new arc rocket frame pulse rifle. So you
What?
have an energy slot option now to go with your mid-range grade. A lot of
New
excellent perks
arc
on here.
rocket
I know
frame?
A lot of people love the arc perks on weapons, and now you'll have it on a rocket pulse.
Dude,
And then we have
Volt
a
shot?
fusion rifle and a sidearm.
Yep.
Correct? Cool.
That would be crazy.
And then we do have some weapons that we're not showing.
It
on
is
this
getting
screen,
nerfed.
so
Just the
stay
ammo,
tuned
though,
for
by a little
launch.
bit.
But next up, we're
That
going to have our pinnacle
archetype.
ops. So in our previous season, it was a kind of streetwear samurai, and this armor theme is
Kendo.
Kendo. And
Pinnacle
then we
ops
have
set.
2 returning
All right.
weapons that I know players
Like a
have
fencing
been pretty
set.
excited about seeing in the past. Some new perk combinations.
Boar's
but
Least,
also a
Duty
new
Bound
heavy
returning.
Yeah, so this is a new Void crossbow to kind of fill out our elements for the crossbow. now.
Void heavy
And, I think this one
crossbow.
can get box breathing, which is new.
Next up, Crucible. So this armor set is actually pretty fun. Over the years, we've done thematic sets tied to weapon foundries. So in the past, you've seen Hake, you've seen
Suros
Tex Mechanica,
set.
and now Suros is up to bat for the Crucible.
Suros
and Shax is gonna be
fans,
handing
this
these
is
out.
your time, dude.
We also have some weapons up to slate.
The
Fusion
Suros
rifles are returning
fanboy
favorite, I
set.
believe.
Yep. Yeah, Riptide's coming back. We have a new
Riptide.
aggressive Void hand cannon and a high impact machine gun.
Trials of Osiris. So another offering for our PvP audience. A few eagle-eyed players may have seen this armor set yesterday, a little sneak preview.
Oh,
totally
PlayStation
planned.
leaks everything.
But yeah, we have a new armor set for each class.
All right,
and as
looks
you can
not
see, coming
a
back
little
with the
bit of like a
glows, so as you
leopard
get
print.
more
That's
wings on
kind of
your card,
interesting.
You can unlock gold or red or blue. And
Is that
then we
like a
have some new
new
weapons that are coming as well.
Yeah.
Weapon
this
being held there?
lightweight
Pulse rifle?
Void pulse rifle. With
Void pulse
your
rifle, there you
favorite
go.
Model.
I admit, since the set came out on the moon, Eris, all the crufty bits on it, cleaning it up, having sorry, what frame type did you say?
Lightweight.
Lightweight.
New lightweight void
Chef's
pulse
kiss.
in
I cannot
trials.
wait. And then I believe also we have a preview of a hand cannon. Now, one of our folks on the gameplay team over here was whispering in my ear, day by day, night by night, that these rolls are going to be a bit juiced, right?
Yes. Yeah. This is a pretty juiced hand cannon. It's got perks for both PvE, PvP. It's a Strand 140. You can get
Strand
stuff
140.
like Lone Wolf Precision Instrument or Slice Explosive Payload. So you have a lot of options to pick for both PvE and PvP.
Awesome. Yeah.
Precision instrument
across
for
all of our
PvP.
activity types, we're
Explosive
trying to
for
sprinkle
PvE.
out some things that players will
Strand.
get excited about. Not just, oh, I'm going to go into PvE to get the PvE gun. Like there are some PvP roles out there that you can get from your fire team ops. We have an open access week that's coming on December 2nd. So for any folks out there that haven't played The Edge of Fate, that is actually going to be included in this open access week.
Oh.
So if you want to talk about the dungeon. So
all right.
Equilibrium. This is going to be our new dungeon. The race begins on December 13th at 10 a.m. So that's
Second
the
Saturday after launch.
We've already
Yep.
announced the time, but if you haven't penned it in, if you haven't gotten your fire team together, get ready for contest mode. For those that don't know what contest mode is, on day one, right at launch, this is going to be a very difficult difficulty tuned for competition. And after World First has been declared, we will also have normal mode. So if you
so
wanna
same
give
as
a
last
pass on
time.
some of that harder difficulty content, you just want to dive
So
in
as
and
soon
see
as
what is
Salt
what's on
Greppo
offer.
or whoever
That'll be
beats
there
it,
for you.
all of
before
us
we move on,
plebs
we
get
actually have a
normal mode
fun
after
trailer
that.
To show. We can go ahead and roll it.
6.
This is an old trailer. They've already showed this trailer.
I just realized we actually missed something with invasions. We were talking about the Praxic blade and customization. There are different saber colors, correct?
Yeah, there's a wide variety of classic colors that I think players are going to have fun chasing down throughout the end game and maybe even in
So the saber colors are not all in
We
Eververse.
showed it on the screen. Red, invasions. Yeah. So
they're saying
okay,
you have
moving
to
right along,
earn-
ending out
you
our
earn
show,
the
we're gonna
red
be covering
lightsaber color
what is
through
going on
invasions
through the end
somehow.
of the year. So during the launch window, we'll have some really cool things coming around. Vanguard orders are coming in week 2. And then after that, we're going to have the Dawning returning. So this is our winter celebration, our event,
Dawning.
inviting Guardians to hop
When's
in,
that
play
taking
some
place?
activities, get some fun rewards, and bake cookies for their favorite vendors
That's
in our
some
tower.
interesting armor.
So Tom, just a really brief description for
New
folks that may not know
grenade
what the
launcher
Dawning
looks like?
is.
Yeah, so the Dawning, you slay our enemies, you collect them as ingredients.
Dude, doggening.
And then you bake them into delicious
The
treats you
doggening.
feed to your friends in the tower, like Zavala, and he's just got thousands of Galardoodles raining down upon him, and he gives you a gift in return.
Oh, a new-
which could be, a spicy weapon roll.
It looks like also
or you
the
might
hunter is
be
holding a
maybe get
new
some bright dust from some other pursuits
special
and get this
rocket
totally cool
sidearm.
Winter Wolf armor.
Yeah.
So we have a burst linear fusion rifle, a
Burst linear.
breach ring launcher, and a precision sidearm. And then also with this excellent new holofoil treatment.
Is this
It's
not
like
though?
covered
there's-
in ice, and then as you fire, it'll slowly
There's
melt
already
away
a
the ice.
burst linear for Dawning.
Perfect. All right. Oh, and sorry.
Maybe
I have
that
one
one's
correction being
repurposed.
whispered in my ear. Dungeon race starts at 9 a.m. Daylight savings time strikes again.
Gets us every time.
Every time. Oof. All right. So with that Dawning
Nude
preview
Lotus
over,
Eater, please, for
we're
real.
at the end of our show. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us today.
Or
as I
Nude
said earlier,
Tenacious
it has been
Mastery.
a monumental effort. A ton of folks throughout the team have been crafting this
So I think
experience,
those-
collaborating with Lucasfilm Games.
My mind is thinking of old Dawnings where they just repurpose all weapons. Those are going to be the only 3 weapons available because they have to be upgraded to tier 5, of course.
So thank you for coming.
All right, guys. All right, there you have it. So, already watched that.
Supposed to protect the people.
Go ahead. Exit. All right, so there you have it, guys. There was a reveal. Definitely some cool looking stuff. Like you're telling me that the big activity you're doing, like the Lawless Frontier, they showed like a bunch of different nodes. They said each planet, so 3 planets, right? Venus, Europa, Mars has 2 maps. So you're loading into all these different nodes. You have like a contested zone that can be invaded. You can matchmake as the invader. You can like wager this currency and like see if you want to like triple your loot but risk it all if you get nuked, like the guy in the stream. You just get nuked and then you're done. So definitely some cool stuff. I wish they spent more time talking about the blasters. They kind of breezed over that. Like they're like, oh, there's 2 types of blasters, a dynamic and balanced, I think it was. Dude, get the inspect screen out there. That's what I want to see. As long as it's not required, it looks cool. They specifically said it's only for the contested node. So if you're like, I hate getting invaded, I don't want any part of this, you just matchmake in any of the other activities. I think only 1 planet is contested at a time. So just matchmaking a different planet, you completely avoid it. So overall, I mean, like, think about it, guys. So this Lawless Frontier, there's also the campaign. So that's outside. So like, so you have the campaign, you play the campaign, and then you also have this Lawless Frontier as like the activities, like the end game of like going and do. Dude, what activities did, thinking back, like what activities did Edge of Fate have? The Sieve? Was that it? Like, unironically, dude, what was the Edge of Fate activity? I guess it was replaying the campaign with like Mythic difficulty. They haven't really mentioned too much about like replaying the Edge of Fate, or sorry, the Renegades campaign Mythic. Maybe they're kind of getting rid of that. Like, I don't know, but certainly like the fact that there's a campaign and then there seems to be like a lot more rich activity thing. And remember, something they said is that you can get to max level by playing this activity, guys. You do not have to go out and grind solo ops for 12 hours. That is no longer a thing. That was one of the biggest downsides. As frankly, one of the biggest reasons the game is in a tough spot is like with Edge of Fate, you beat the campaign and then you did 300 levels or more worth of leveling in the stupid portal. But for this one, it's like, God, no, you can really just farm the new activity as much as you want. I never played, the Mythic since it was so boring. I know, right? So, overall, just a lot more content. Nothing great in my opinion. Like, you could totally have that opinion. To me, the new activity looks really cool. Calling in a bunch of stuff, like for your Renegade abilities, calling in behemoths like Vex shields, calling in Cabal drop pods and stuff like that, extracting, like actually going in, doing all these things, doing a bounty hunt, killing a boss and trying to extract while you're being, like, that sounds actually fun. While maybe a real person is invading you as well, that again sounds like actually pretty fun. The problem, of course, is like all of this, like blasters sound cool, Praxic Blade sounds cool, activity sounds cool, all that stuff sounds cool and positive. The downside is just the portal. The downside is like the loot tiering, like all these things that the Edge of Fate tried to change and people aren't vibing with. The portal's still here. It sounds like, I'm still going to be putting modifiers on this new Lawless Frontier activity. So I wonder how that's going to work with Invasion, whether or not you can like matchmake with modifiers. Regardless, guys, like that's the downside. It's like Renegades actually looks like very cool, and I'm actually very excited for the content coming. Like everything I've seen, I'm like, wow, the blasters actually seem different. Like adding a cool perfect reload venting mechanic, all that stuff, they seem different than any other legendary in the game. Lawless Frontier seems sick. All this stuff seems sick. Exotics look awesome, but the portal is still there. And so it's like, man, is that just gonna like kind of kill the momentum? We'll have to wait and see. Those are my quick thoughts, guys. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit subscribe. Make sure to follow on Twitch, guys. That's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful day.